once again with a stupidly late stream. I said basically, screw it, then let's just finish the drawing challenge. As you've seen, I already started a little bit of that said drawing challenge. So it's now essentially, well, you know, I just gotta go ahead and get that started. Shouldn't take too long. So the challenge for the art challenge was to use paint and create a mascot. So I already kind of created the mascot, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish getting the details of said mascot and see where does that take me, right? Hopefully nothing that will be essentially too badly, right? Gonna go ahead and just waiting for a couple things. There we go. Let's see, before I started streaming this drawing, let's see, it was 20 minutes maybe, give or take. So I guess I'll go ahead and give it, work on it. So I already kind of had defined essentially what this quote-unquote mascot is going to look like, what other details it's going to be. He's gonna be, wearing sunglasses that I'm probably gonna go ahead and tie it off with that, and maybe, I don't know if I can, but, try to do the Gameshark's logo in here. So that should be about it. So I already got essentially what I wanted this character to look like. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and go ahead and copy this. Create a new, essentially, tab for it, and let's see. Keep forgetting the paint controls are awful. Let's go ahead and copy this. Yeah, that's gonna be awkward because I wanted it to be centered, but it's gonna be easier to go ahead and color it than get through all this detailing and whatnot. So, our shark is, well, gonna be a shark, right? So, it's gonna have this color skin, right? And we're gonna go ahead and take a big brush. So, thankfully, there is sort of an opacity setting with the brushes now with paint. I can use all of these brushes. The here would be the darkest one, so that would right away cover this. Don't want that right now, so this should still be fine. And as soon as I, figure out most of it, I can always go back and erase anything that I don't need. decided to go with a theme or of a skater, kind of surfer dude of the 80s, you know. Kind of thought it would be fitting. This group. Alright. Did it stop? Well, yes, it did. Huh. Oh, interesting. It's not playing. Alright. There it goes. Don't want anything too exciting. Yeah. Good enough. So I'm using Pretzel as well. You can see it on the chat here and there. Saying hello and saying like, hey, we're now playing this now. Very, very useful. Well, I think it got somehow desynced because it's no longer telling people like, hey, this is what we're listening to now. Let's try it again, see if it works. Huh. Yeah, it isn't working right now. That's interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and restart that again. Normally I use other software to go ahead and stream music, but because I'm going to be streaming for a little bit of while and listening to music at the same time, Pretzel just kind of makes it easier for finding music that is not essentially bot killing. So this should work. Hopefully. Now it's stuck in limbo. Let's see. Huh, yeah, it should be working just fine. If not, I mean, I can always just go ahead and go play my soundtrack, but that'll kill the bot. Oh well. Well, I'll wait for that. I'll just keep working on this. Yeah, Pretzel is not loading. That's interesting. Let's see if I can't go ahead and force it to work. Huh. Yeah, it's not working. That's interesting. Let's try that again, see if it works this time. Maybe because I'm listening to it so late at night that it's not working. Oh well. Hey! Sorry about just standing still in the drawing and whatnot, so just wanted to go ahead and put some music on. Glad that's not gonna work, so yeah. Oh, speaking of the devil. Now it's playing, but it's not letting you know what song is currently playing. Which is also, this is not chill. Oh, now it is. So yeah, right now I'm just doing the Gameshark's mascot. As I mentioned, it's kind of like a weird surfer dude shark thing. I thought that would be fitting. And as soon as I'm getting closer to finishing the drawing, I'll go ahead and lower the scale of this drawing, so... Rip Gameshark. Why? I decided to go ahead and finish the drawings, even though I'm way past where I should just go ahead and honestly be sleeping, but I just couldn't. So I said, why not? May as well go ahead and finish this. I already had pre-started this, so may as well go ahead and get it done. That's the right color. Thank you. Yeah, I normally don't use paint, so I also have to get used to the stupid tools. And the thing is, they're like, oh, this paint is no longer supported, just use Paint 3D. Like, even though I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of Paint or anything like that at all, I've tried Paint 3D just for shits and giggles. Oh no, it's... People say that Paint is like probably the worst art program. They haven't tried Paint 3D. I'm sure that somebody that, you know, actually knows how to use their software is probably just yelling at me right now, going like, no. Oh yeah, it is Paint. So part of the challenge is to do this in Paint. Yeah, this is Paint. The tool should have given it away. Yeah, the problem about also Paint is that there's no layers. It's all a single layer. So anything that would be fancy smanchy about me, about like, hey, I may as well go ahead and work with this. Never used the well, this is technically the Windows 7 version of Paint. Windows 8, I guess. Paint 3D is the new version of Paint that would essentially substitute this, because Microsoft is like, hey, we're actually an actual art software, I guess. And no, it's honestly just horrible, just bad. Oh, and if you're looking for the challenge, that would be the Gameshark's challenge, or Gameshark. So basically they did a little April Fool's challenge, and the April Fool's challenge consisted of challenge number 1 was this, but I kind of did them out of order because I'm like, probably have to go to sleep or something. Never ended up going to sleep. But number 1 challenge is do a mascot for the Gamesharks on Paint, and don't forget to color inside the lines, because my points will get docked. Thankfully, Paint has a fill tool that I can probably use for later. So we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning up a little bit, so it doesn't look as bad. The problem about Paint, as we're seeing right now, is that everything just... There isn't a really good way of cleaning anything up outside of just trying to go ahead and quick select it all and hope for the best. Also had an idea to give it like a little belt with a controller, so more or less. So let's see if it'll work just fine. I want to detail this a little bit better before we move into... I use Photoshop, yes. Use the current version of Photoshop, the Creator Cloud, especially ever since the update that they did, in which that basically just simply allows you to have some sense of your lines, to have for your lines to not be, essentially, if I want to do a circle, Paint actually has a very good one, better than Photoshop, I will say. Like, if I want to do a circle, Paint kind of knows what I'm trying to do. Photoshop, you really had to know what you were doing until they finally added the stabilizer tool. So now I can just kind of work on it and just be fine without too many worries. It's great as well for now. Anyways, the rest of the challenges for the Gamesharks was this, then try to survive on Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, do basically a pacifist route of quote-unquote Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, of just trying to outlive Mike Tyson as long as possible as you can without throwing any punches against Mike Tyson. So yeah, that wasn't fun. During practice, it lasted like 40 seconds, and when I started like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do it for the stream, right? Let's do it live, baby. I got knocked out in 30 seconds or so. Next challenge was the it's playing essentially a bootleg Final Fantasy IX for the Game Boy Color, because that's a thing. And it was essentially try to get as far as you can in 30 minutes. I did have a little bit of practice, so at least from the few videos that I saw people also attempting that challenge, I knew for a fact that essentially I kind of had a little bit of an advantage because I believe everybody else went blind. And even though I don't know Chinese, I know a little bit of Japanese, and I also know a little bit of how the menus usually go in that kind of game, so I kind of had an idea of what was what originally. So when the game was like, hey, this is a shop, I kind of understood, okay, so this means kind of, I'm guessing this is buying, I'm guessing this was for asking or commenting or talking with the shopkeeper. I did kind of guess by mistake the save function later on. So a bit later figure out which was that part. So I am doing the a little tiny GBA for that. And yeah, that was it was a thing. I wouldn't call it the worst game I ever played. In fact, the worst thing that I ever played was the Sonic 2 thing that also came with a challenge. And it wasn't your average Sonic 2 the Hedgehog version. That version was a special version. It's hacked, and it has the hack is known as Sonic XL. And what it does, it literally makes all the rings into onion rings. So when Sonic collects enough of them, he'll start getting fat. And the fatter he gets, the slower he runs, the harder, it gets to jump, and then he'll get so fat that he'll literally die from a heart attack. The problem also about that hack is there's a lot of areas that oh, thank you. Yeah, it is very short. I kind of designed it one day. Yes, Fat Sonic. Yes, it unfortunately becomes like basically DeviantArt Sonic. Let's see if I can find a very quick image of that. Yeah, basically you get so fat that your Sonic will stop moving. And when he stops moving, he'll start just... You can see from his face, he's starting to heavy breathe, then he'll close his eyes, and then, the whole boom, like it normally does, so it jumps off the screen. So it's just very... It's hilarious to play it, like, haha, this is funny. But the challenge was not only is essentially get through Chemical Plant Zone. The problem about that is that if you ever play Sonic 2, you know that Chemical Plant Zone is a very platform heavy. There's a lot of platforms that you need to get through, a lot of very specific jumps, but because you get a lot of rings in that area, it makes the platforming really, really difficult because you can't get on top of any new areas because you're suddenly fat, and the only way to essentially lose weight is literally just run around in circles for a little bit until you start losing weight, or hit a special box that essentially works like magical diet pills. So you basically just go ahead and try to go ahead and survive as best as you can. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it for the line work. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can go ahead and clear all this somehow using paint. So yeah, myself, couple of the things that I do besides, you know, just shenanigans and drawings. Well, obviously, actual Photoshop drawings in a while, just for fun. I'll play other video games besides anything retro. I mean, retro is still my passion of video games that I would like to play quite more often. Just right now that most of the, because I don't have a capture card, I have to, you know, don't tell Papa Nintendo, but use emulators. Although I usually try to play only games that I own, essentially in emulators. If I do any streams at all, like if I own them in any shape, way, or form, I'll go ahead and use that as a method to stream because, you know, don't have a capture card for it. Let's see. And yeah, that was basically all the challenges. I did finish all the challenges in time. I think it took me an hour and 15 minutes. The Sonic challenge, that got me really salty. There's a highlight in Twitch that basically I almost got through Chemical Zone. I kind of screwed it up. I essentially took a plunge. I miscounted the amount of hits that I could do against Eggman, and I just kind of fell to my death, and I had to start all over from the beginning. And I was so salty that I couldn't do it again normally, so it took me an extra 20 minutes to get back to where it was. It was fun. All the Photoshop tools to do stuff like this. Oh, is it loud? Oh, let me lower it then. No problems. Yeah, for me it's not that loud, but I do apologize if it is loud for you. There you go. Is that much better? Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I'm still trying to figure out essentially what works better. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes, I had an idea that this is what I was gonna be working with. Yes. Although it's fine. I can still make this work as long as I got most of the colors that I needed in. That's all I really cared about. And I wouldn't say I just started. I post them. I have a. Yeah, I should probably update my information there. Yeah, because that would help. But I have essentially a DeviantArt that I'm starting to go ahead and rebuild again, for so to say, to update some of my art. I have Twitter, and I also use Tumblr for posting my arts. Let me. Give me a moment and I'll go ahead and shoot a link in the chat in a minute. I'll list to my Twitter. Just a moment. I should probably also start moving the text to another side then, so it doesn't block all the art unless I'm working on it. Anyways, that's my Twitter. Not the best link wise, but hey, should work. Yeah, I do plan to later start fleshing everything out, so it's no longer like, you know, a mess to start seeing my art. In fact, I should have already started doing that, because recently an update from Windows 10 broke my computer, and I had to essentially reinstall everything. The problem about doing so is also it deleted any old files that I had, so any drawings that I was working on and I had not yet posted, they're gone. Although it's not a big problem, because, you know, I can just go ahead and get back to them and work with them again from the beginning. It will be a shame for drawings that I was like, man, I'm just kind of saving them for the right time, and I'll post them just for shits and giggles and whatnot. But, yeah. Yeah, I do enjoy Sonic, Dragon Ball Z, a lot of anime related stuff. I've been recently playing Monster Hunter. A lot of my friends have been sharing their sick combos on over Twitter, so that's kind of what I've been sharing a lot, quite often. Uh, Also, as soon as you got in, you probably saw the giant egg. Yeah, that was from... Because I also watch a lot of Proton John's streams, so... A lot of the weirder art prompts or things that I end up doing come from him. For Monster Hunter? Yeah, the PC release. So what I'm gonna end up doing for that, because a lot of friends are, that I play with are also waiting for the PC release. I'm gonna be essentially starting from the beginning and joining them. So, you know, that'll be fun. And it's a fun game, honestly. Although I'm sure as soon as it gets to PC, it'll get modded to shit, so... Hopefully a lot of the sillier weapons, thanks to the modders, are brought back. I mean, a lot of the events are sort of bringing the silly back into the game. Like, they're starting to bring some of the sillier hats. Right now, there's a silly hat, then, for one of the events going on. I still need to go ahead and get it myself. Just kind of been lazy about it. Probably should get to it, because a lot of the events like that happen only for a small period of time. And we don't know if they're gonna come back, essentially. Most likely they will, but the fact that they're essentially events only for a limited time makes it really annoying to, in comparison to any of the other Monster Hunters. Oh yeah, because of the fact that it requires the PlayStation Plus. Yeah, that makes it a big hurdle to get through. Although, I did got my PlayStation Plus when it was on sale, so that kind of helped, but probably as soon as my year passes with PlayStation Plus, I'm gonna cancel that subscription and wait again for another offer, so I can get another PlayStation Plus. Hopefully, it'll happen in time for Red Dead Redemption 2, because that's a game that I'm looking forward to. Right now I'm also trying to go ahead and get most of the colors in, because what I'm gonna try to do is I'm also gonna lower the resolution just a little bit, so it makes it a little bit easier to clean up and detail anything else, and anything that has already been detailed, I don't really have to worry about it anymore. So as well go ahead and get this. Actually, may as well go and clear this up real quickly. There we go. Yeah, drawing essentially a lot of other things can be annoying, but it's doable. It does take honestly time. Like myself, I actually don't draw anthropomorphic characters that often, even though, you know, my icon is an anthropomorphic character. That's basically about the extent of my normal anthropomorphic characters, like furry stuff or anything like that. I should try to stick around humanoids or mythical creatures, I guess, because I really enjoy dragons. Actually, I'm gonna alt that really quickly. Let's see. Did they already change it? Nope, they still have it. Let's see, the color for that is actually... it's a dark blue. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll go ahead and later give you a follow back. Appreciate it. And then the next is like this light purple, I think. Let's just test it. Yeah, that's the purple I'm looking for. Alrighty. This is Gameshark. Nope. Actually. All right. Rip. Alright. See that? There we go. Perfect. just gonna lower this by 90%. Too zoomed in, and now it's, well, it works. Because now this is bigger. There we go. Alright, there isn't. It's not Photoshop, I can't just simply press the button to click and drag. I will say, thankfully, this isn't a time drawing. They just simply said, just take as long as you want. Oh yeah, just like drawing in paper. Yeah, I mean, thankfully there are certain mediums that kind of just make it easy, like, for doing that. Like, I really like charcoal for that aspect. Because even though charcoal has a tendency that as soon as it's on paper, the advantage of charcoal is depending on the type of charcoal that you're using. So for example, like something that is not too dark or something that is really, really dark. It makes it stupidly easy to just go ahead and erase with just a piece of paper or a special eraser. So, and not only that, you actually sometimes even want to have some of those like mistakes of, oh, it's not really properly clean, because it'll just simply add texture to your drawing or volume at times. So it's really nice. Let's see. Nope. There we go. Again. Okay, there we go. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's see. Will it work? Nope. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because yeah, just doing a shape like this, and just call it a fill. Solid color. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Is it solid color? Yeah, because it'll do that, even if I fill it up. What? This is weird. Hang on. Okay, so that's how I do it. Alright, interesting. So I can just do multiple tiny squares and do it like this. Let's see, maybe can I just do line? Let's see actually how that works. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Not what I need, but that works. Anyways, back to Y. we go. Perfect. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is how am I gonna do the shading. I'm probably just gonna skip it altogether, all things considered. Again, because of this paint. Let's see how it looks from far. Yeah, it's coming together. I would say so. Yeah. Okay. Gotta make a couple more adjustments here and there, and I'm actually finished with the overall body color. Then I can go ahead and try to see how am I gonna go ahead and get some shading into this character. I have a couple ideas. Hopefully I can get them through. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it like this for now. There we go. Alright, that works. Yeah, that'll do. Alrighty. So let's see if my theory works out. So I want a color that is slightly darker than that. About that much works. And yeah, I use a pencil. Yeah, that works. So test that out. Nope. Maybe use something darker. Maybe a pen. Let's see if that. Actually, let's go ahead and undo that twice. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. Close enough, I guess. Yeah, that works. Nope, that doesn't. Normally I don't use the fill bucket to do my shading, but I guess it works, especially, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the little detailing that Photoshop is giving it. Not Photoshop, Paint is giving it by just how bad it renders everything. So it just works in my favor. Thank you. What's missing? Oh, that should do it. There we go. Alright, I was gonna try to make him into a great white shark. Whoops. Let's go ahead and grab this. Edit colors. Get to something about that it's not too white. Perfect. And then... oh, I know what I'm gonna do. That's gonna make it easy. Like so. And nope, didn't work. But it is the right tone that I was looking for. Let's see if it works now. No, still not working. What's... There we go. Thank you. Let's make it darker. Oh, that works. Yay. And there we go. And coloring on paint is just brings so many memories of painting in middle school, I guess. Because I didn't have a tablet or anything back then, I had to use the mouse and everything. So.
So my feet start to tremble, they lift off the ground. I leave it all behind, and I can see the horizon, it's calling my name. I leave it all behind. At the end, I'll have to get really zoomed in and close so I can finish those controllers. One of them is going to be an NES controller, another one is going to be the Genesis, and the other one is going to be a Game Boy Color in honor of the challenges we're done today. So my feet start to tremble, they lift off the ground. I leave it all behind, and I can see the horizon, it's calling my name. I leave it all behind. I'll rise above, above all that I hold dear. I'll never fall.
Alright, this is the part I zoom in. This. grab that gray. Something wider. There we go. Very carefully. Go on top of this. Actually, you know what? I don't have to be careful about it. I can just simply redraw it. that's a little too much in this area. Let's go ahead and grab that like that. Yeah. There we go. And let's just go ahead and clean up a little bit more. There we go. That looks actually quite decent. Alrighty. Now, I wonder if I can make a gradient in here. Now, how difficult will it be to make a gradient? I'm thinking, ooh, right, it's not gonna work because this thing is gonna get in the way. I can't do it in the bottom. Unfortunately, I can't select. You know what? I got an idea. Let's go ahead and Control X. Let's go ahead and grab this. Oh, hopefully it works. And fill. Oil. Like that and like that. No. Let's change it to pencil, watercolor. And paste it again. Nope, it's gonna grab the whole thing. Rip. Yeah, there isn't any way to go ahead and do a gradient in here. Oh well. I'll just go ahead and sign it now, I guess. Oops. I meant to do that on the other side. There we go. Yeah. And then rotate it back to the, whoops. Back to where it belongs. That worked. There we go. Let's go ahead and save it. I'll just there we go. And that does it. Oh boy. Alrighty. Well, I guess that's gonna be it for me tonight. That was great. How long was that? Ooh, another 18 minutes. Neat. Alright, well, that was wonderful. Really like how it turned out. Obviously, it's Spain. No, it's, yeah, sorry that I have to log off, but... I mean, I guess follow me. I don't have a set schedule, but, I try to stream now, hopefully, every other day. So, and it's usually like 1 or 3 hours, so today was a kind of a lengthier day, mostly because of the all the challenges that I had to do as well. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching, and you do have a nice and lovely rest of your day or night wherever you're at, and have fun.